Victor, the barbecue wizard, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Bye-bye!
Start the game! Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the really big Barbecue Central Show. This is the show that talks about all things that are important to the world of barbecue and grilling. This show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio, the barbecue capital of the North Coast. I am your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire fun and frivolity show. If you would like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you want to find out about the show can be found at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. All right. Stand by. I hear you. Hand can. I don't even know what the hell that is. All right, stand by. Let's go here. We got to go to input. We got to go. All right, stand by. We're going to get there. And now we should be in full left and right. Is that right? Haniel? Am I good? I don't know what happened there, but let me show you since you're watching. So now I'm in channel 1 here, and for some reason, where was I looking at before? In my panorama right here, I was all the way over here. I didn't want to be all the way over there. So now I pulled it up to... Maybe that wasn't where it was in the first place. I don't know. Hold on. EQ, compression, the sends, the main... Yeah. So I don't know why I was all the way over to the left, but... Nevertheless, Haniel, official sound engineer of the show, happens to be in the chat, caught it. Somebody else told me about it last week, but I have subsequently forgot. And he's the only one that could look at a nightmare like this and go, oh, yeah, of course, it was this thing over here that was crazy. He knows what all this means. He knows what all that means. I barely know what it means, but he sure does. And that's why one of us is the host of the show and the other one is the official sound guy of the show. If you need an official sound man of your show, then I would suggest teaming up with Haniel Trisna, who is a real-life professional touring sound guy with all the latest and greatest best acts. I think he's done front of house for Taylor Swift. A number of other really big acts. I don't know if they're bigger than Taylor Swift, but I know he's done it. So, Haniel, appreciate the lookout as we get going here on April 28th. So you might be wondering what's happening on the show here this evening, and I'm happy to tell you. Coming up in about 10 minutes from now, maybe 9 minutes from now, believe it or not, is the creator, founder, and overall inventor of the World Food Championships, and my pal, not yours, Mike McCloud. If you didn't know, the World Food Championships had its final table. So I'm going to say, well, it wasn't this past weekend, but it was the weekend before. So it's one of those weird, like just over a week ago, I think we want to say that. So shortly, they had a final table, and it has concluded, and we have a World Food Championship winner. We're going to be talking about all of that. We'll be talking about Brightwater. We'll be talking about some other things that are going on in the world of Mike McCloud and promotion and putting on of great live fire events and or close to or just touching the realm of live fire. If you're a longtime follower of the show, you know that Mike and I struck up a relationship back when he was brought on by the then Kansas City Barbecue Society as their marketing arm. Believe it or not, I mean, all the way back then. And we have been having subsequent interviews ever since. And it has been a delight. I believe World Food Championships is going, was it just the 14th year? I believe it started in 2012 or something like that. So a now long-standing food tradition, food sports tradition, something that everybody is shooting for. If you are into the competition food world, that's something that is on your calendar every year. Certainly something you want to knock down as far as saying I took home top prize. So Mike McCloud in the first hour. Then we'll move to the second hour. It is the fourth Tuesday of a month, believe it or not. And we will have the embedded correspondence. So we have a incredible list and a widely diverse list of 100% assurity statements. Not only talking about what has happened over the month of the show, but we have also a lot of what some might consider to be superfluous statements that I will be making. But what we have come to know about the show is it is not only entertaining, it is not only fun, it is laden with frivolity, and certainly we will prove that out here in the second hour, as we also might have a full complement of embedded correspondence as well. So we'll see how that plays out through the course of the evening. So that's how the show's setting up. Mike McCloud in the first hour, embedded correspondence in the second hour. Don't forget you can follow me socially, which I don't suggest. Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. And of course, we're saying good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can watch via Facebook, which is facebook.com/BBQ Central Show. Or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we do have a new YouTube poll question of the week. And we're asking everybody this, and believe it or not, it's like 3 weeks of 3 of the worst questions, although week number 1 of 3 was the worst question. But we're asking everybody, including all guests, would you rather... I have the card right here. Would you rather your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy? And currently, 100% of you are saying you would rather your fingers feel sticky all the time versus your throat itching. Man, oh man. I feel like I can quietly get away with my fingers feeling sticky, although I'm going to be doing this all the time, hoping that this time I do it, the stickiness goes away. But according to the question, my fingers will always be sticky, but I'm always going to be doing this because OCD. I feel like if my throat always felt itchy, I might have a tendency to want to be clearing it all the time. That is audible, even at a very low audible range. I don't want to become a new fa-fa-fo high. So I'm going to choose sticky fingers. I'm going to stay with it. So we'll keep it at 100%. We'll see what Mike McCloud says in the second hour. We'll see what the embedded correspondents say. And we'll start here this evening as we got about a minute left. Many of you writing in and saying, man, it was great to have Jack Arnold back so quickly after the last time. And I agree. Many of you writing in and saying that the energy And really the term that encompasses, that embodies Jack Arnold is the one that he uses all the time, which is vibe. Jack is on the show. Jack is bringing only positivity. Jack is bringing a sense of wanting to share what he has created with not only his immediate fans and followers and influencees through the social media platforms, but even to the Centralites and everybody else that has come across his path. You can really feel his genuine want to share what he is doing, I dare say uniquely to him. And he wants everybody to share in it. That might be a 100% assurity statement in the second hour, so stay tuned for that. It does appear Mike McCloud is in the green room and ready to go. Before we get to that, we will talk to you quickly about Primo Grills. What do we love about ceramic cookers in general? Well, we love that they're fuel efficient, yes. We love that they can get into the low and slow temperatures. Conversely, they do really well at the rip-roaring hot heat of traditional grilling. Steaks, other than cuts, things like this. But what's missing in your everyday lineup of ceramic cookers? The real ability to do true two-zone cooking, and that, my friends, is where Primo enters the game with a game-changing oval design. The shape gives you the ability to execute that two-zone setup that you desire, also giving you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. And when you break it down, there's more than 60 different ways to configure the Primo cooker, so you're only limited by your culinary imagination. All the accessories that you might want, sold only through stores. So you're going to have to find a dealer near you. I suggest going to the Primo Grill website and using the dealer locator. That's primogrill.com. And then once you find the dealer near you, head on out, touch and feel all the ovals, the fit, the finish. Now, just me talking, I'm suggesting XL and up. There is a double XL, which I believe is 25 to 30% bigger than the XL. If you have the means, I highly recommend picking up the double XL. If you don't, I say XL. Nobody ever complained about having a grill that's a little too big. Many people have decided they should have bought up after they decided to save a few bucks and buy down. Don't be buyer's remorse, fellow or lass. Don't do that. As we say in the barbecue biz, buy the best and only cry once. Again, it's primogrill.com. That's Primo, primogrill.com. Follow them on Facebook and follow them on Instagram. Summer of Primo coming up once again in 2026. We're back with Mike McCloud right after this.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Broadcasting live from the Barbecue Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
All right, welcome back. Alan writing in with this email, no body, only a subject line, which says, yes, I missed the newsletter. Alan, you're the only one, pal. What are you, 80? Newsletters? Just shoot me an email. Who's on the show tonight? You're a big fan. You know who's on the show most of the time. Including my next guest, who created the World Food Championship. As I had mentioned in the open a little more than a week ago, World Food Championships final table takes place in Bentonville, Arkansas. A new champion of food sport is crowned. Here to talk about the weekend, how it went down, and what other items are coming up over the next few weeks and months is not only the creator of the World Food Championships, but perhaps more importantly than anything in his life, a member of the 2024 Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Fame. We welcome back Mike McCloud. There couldn't be anything better than that, right, Mike?
Biggest honor ever.
Ever. That's right. That ever, of course, means everything. So we're going to take it and leave it right there. We have a YouTube poll question of the week, Mike, that we're asking everybody, including all guests. It is a would you rather, and it goes a little something like this. Mike, would you rather your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy?
I think I'm going to opt for the Rolling Stones answer on that one. I'm going sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers, yes. 100% of the YouTube voting public, including myself, also agree.
Although all
with
of a sudden I
sticky
feel like I need to clear my throat. I don't
Suggestive
know.
speak.
It
Suggestive
is.
speak.
It's like a
That's right.
vicarious thing.
That's right.
You just did.
No doubt. World Food Championships, as I had mentioned, the final bit of that. And I guess I don't want to just assume. I mean, certainly, I would say a lion's share of my audience, both live and on podcast, know you well, know what you are doing for a long time very well. But maybe for somebody that's tripping across the show here live or might subscribe to it after the fact here this week, what is the World Food Championships? When did you create it and why?
Great question. I'll try to give you the short answer. We decided to create a Super Bowl that included more verticals than barbecue. And we learned that barbecue teams were fantastic at creating phenomenal dishes, not just barbecue, but burgers, sandwiches, pizzas, dessert, etc. on a smoker, on a grill. When we were managing the marketing for the Kansas City Barbecue Society, we did that for about 12 years, 3 contracts with them from, I think, 2008, 2006 through 2018, something like that. And during that process, we just fell in love with competition food. We knew there were numerous World Barbecue Championships. There was Memphis in May, there was Lynchburg, the Royal, Livestock, etc. But there wasn't a World Burger Championship at the time. There wasn't a World Sandwich Championship. And we just felt like there was a clear space. And we were bold enough or stupid enough, one or the other, fine line between those two things, to venture down that path in 2010 and give birth to it in 2012 in Las Vegas. And ever since then, we've been hanging on to the tail of the tiger, trying to make it bigger, trying to make it better, trying to make it bolder. And every year we get a little bit closer to our mission. But we're basically trying to make food sport a regular thing. We're trying to make it spectator friendly. We're trying to identify and celebrate barbecue teams and home cooks and chefs. We don't discriminate. We don't really care about your background. We care about your ability to put great food on a dish. And we're trying to identify them and celebrate them in the process. So World Food Championships is what we do year in, year out. There are thousands of teams that try to win one of the golden tickets and one of the 350 seats that we have in the championship to get their chance at the biggest payday in food sport.
It is what I would term a wraparound event. So you have the World Food Championships for the last couple of years in Indianapolis, early November. And then the culmination doesn't happen until earlier part of the following year. So we had World Food Championships in the World Food Championships
October.
in 2025 or October, right? In Indianapolis. You had 10 winners come out of there, and then they made it to the final table, which was held a little bit over a week ago in Bentonville, Arkansas. So just to tail back on that for a second, why not finish it in October and versus bringing it into that following year and having, I guess, a decent amount of time lapse in between the two?
It's a great question. We used to do it up until 2018. We always had the final table as the last day of a 3-day event. And as we grew and realized to really give everyone a fair shot, mathematically and operationally, it was just too big. It was a scenario where you had to go into Monday, Tuesday with your final table unless you start it on a Monday, Tuesday of the week and make it an entire week of competition. So we took a page from the World Series of Poker and from NFL, and we decided, okay, we're going to look at the main event as an opportunity for people to earn their seat by being a category champion. And then we're going to take some time off, and we're going to spend 4 to 5 months marketing this final challenge. So everyone at the main event who wins a category wins 10 grand. We have about $18,000 to $20,000, give or take, per category. So we give out over 200 grand at the main event, and then we take another page from the World Series of Poker, and we say, okay, you 10 champions, we need to find out which one of you are the best. Which one of you really deserves an extra ring, and we're going to put you through a new set of challenges. And you've heard me say this before. I kind of refer to it as the culinary gauntlet. To become a world food champion through our system, you have to win 6 times. You have to win once to get in. You have to win twice at the main event to become a category champion. Then you have to go to the final table, where we do an entirely new localized competition. And it's been in Bentonville, Arkansas for the last 3 or 4 years because of our partners at Walmart and Sam's Club. And we customize those 3 challenges to make sure that every year they're different. And they kind of separate the chaff from the wheat, and no one can predict what it's going to take to become a champion. So for you to get through that entire process, you've really proven that you're just a fantastic cook. And sometimes that's a barbecue team, sometimes that's a home cook, and sometimes it is a proven chef or a new chef who's trying to prove that they got the chops to take it all the way.
When you look back a little over a week ago as the final table comes to an end, what are 1 or 2 of the most impressive things that you recall from that weekend?
That is a huge question. I'm always impressed with just the familial community camaraderie that comes out of the final table. Those 10 champions become almost like secondary family. They become a high school reunion in and of themselves. This year we gave out a challenge coin for the first time to each one of them and their team members, because we realized they were kind of an elite group of individuals, and they're all trying to win, but they're all supportive of each other. And to hear their stories, we come up with these thematic approaches to each one of the challenges. The first one was the Members Mark Masterpiece. It was an ode to our R&D development with Sam's Club, and we wanted to see what they could do with Members Mark everyday products, and how do you elevate it. And then we did a taste and recreate with a local chef who is an award-winning person, talent by himself, and then we did the global mashup, which was fuse 2 genres, 2 cultures, 2 cuisines together, and tell us why. Throughout every one of those, we heard a personal story that was amazing, and you can't help but fall in love with these people and root for them, even though you get knocked out of the tournament in round 1 or round 2. Even the champions who are there trying to win the $100,000 bonus prize, they start rooting for a certain individual because they just got to know them better and appreciated their story and their journey through culinary. And that's what always stands out to me, is every single time it is special. And another thing that stands out to me, we talk about food TV all the time, and everyone's trying to get on TV networks and be on shows, and we've actually turned down a couple of big time opportunities in TV because every time we get knee deep into it, they essentially want to impact the outcome, and in my world, that's tantamount to just cheating and
Yeah.
putting your finger on on the scales, and it just doesn't feel right. We're just trying to find the best champion fairly and squarely. We want everyone to have the same opportunity. Um, but I'm also reminded, and it happened again this time in Bentonville. The last three chefs facing the five judges that we pulled together, who were amazingly talented judges. They each one had an incredible story, but they each one received constructive criticism from our judges that made them realize you did 98% of it amazingly, but this 2% right here, you could have done better.
Mm.
And during that process, Greg, it was eerily quiet and super intense. And the drama was more than anyone could ever script for a TV show.
Mm.
And so we're all sitting there, you hear a pin drop, and you really don't know which one of these three contestants is going to win, because each one of them received very instructive, very constructive feedback on their dishes. And to me, that's the other thing that stands out, is that we have this amazing TV drama unfolding in front of us that's not on TV. We're still the best kept secret in food sport. And one of these days that's going to be bust wide open. But right now, it's pretty special to see that happen every year.
Preston Wynn is the guy that ends up taking World Food Championship title this past weekend, or just over a week ago. Texas-based guy, Arlington, Texas. And then we have an international runner-up, Dubai, and then back to the States, Massachusetts for third place. So I would love to sit here and say I remember every winner from every year, but I would say when you have World Food Championships in the title, leading with the word world, pretty nice to have a international mix on the podium.
It is, and it wasn't constructed that way. It just happened naturally. Surabi from Dubai, she was our vegetarian champion. I kind of put a star on her name in the very beginning. I told everyone on my staff she's going to be in the finals somehow, some way. I think she's going to make it because she's so talented. If you see her, just see her Instagram feed, you'll see what I'm talking about. Amazing talent. Preston Wynn was another one that I thought, this kid has real chops now. He's the first person who's ever won this championship twice. Up until last weekend, I was able to say, we've never crowned a person two times. Our system is so good that you can't repeat. And Preston proved us wrong, and he came in there just super focused and super talented. He spent the last 2 years staging all over the world with Michelin star chefs, and it shows. The first time he won, it was kind of a dark horse surprise to all of us. But once you peel back his story and you see that his mother and father both have culinary chops and culinary background, it wasn't that much of a surprise. But he was 19 years old when he won in Dallas, Texas, and this year he's the ripe old age of 23. Wow. But the last 2 years he's worked in London and Paris and all over the world with fantastic chefs. And even in his presentation in the last dish, he referenced Michelin star chefs who taught him a certain aspect to the dish that he created. And just from presentation alone, I was blown away. And but yeah, he was super talented. And then Dave from Boston, his sous chef was the culinary assassin, Stephen Coe, a bacon champion in our past from like 2014 or 2015, somewhere like that. Those two guys were on a serious mission, and it didn't surprise me at all that he ended up in the top three. So we had Boston, we had Dallas market, and we had Dubai in the finals. 2 years ago, incidentally, we had 4 countries in the finals. I actually, for the first time, created a loophole for a fourth place finisher because there was a tie for third and fourth. And we had Australia, we had France, we had England, and we had America represented in our finals. So yeah, we're definitely a world championship. Um, Back to the American roots, I was very proud of a couple of barbecue guys, 3 barbecue guys actually, who just accelerated up the ladder when they got to this moment. Mike Johnson with Sugar Fire, out of St. Louis. He's a force. He's a phenom. Um, he did fantastic. Dave Elliott, a former champion, um, in coming out of the burger category, he did amazing. And then Alino from South Texas, our barbecue champion, who came through the Famous Dave's series. Um, that guy just continues to impress the heck out of me. I think he was fourth or fifth in the program. So barbecue teams did extremely well in the system, and it, it's one of those things that just keeps getting tougher and tougher. And the contestants who study it, prepare for it, plan for it, just get better and better.
Is it short-sighted of me to see Preston, now a two-time champion, and say, if this guy really is interested in now accumulating multiple World Food Championship overall wins, he's really the one to beat?
Wherever you see his name in a competition, you should take it seriously. Um, he and his mother, probably his father too, will be in Memphis in May. She's going to be competing in live fire down there with Yoder Smokers, and if I were a betting man and we had odds in this stuff, which I think we're going to one day, I'd be putting money on them right now. I'd take 15 to 1 odds in a heartbeat, put $1,000 on them and see if we couldn't win, because they're just there's nothing like family, and for them they communicate to each other so well, both verbally and subconsciously, that wherever they go, they're going to be a, a, a force to reckon with, and they're studying all of the formats, whether it's live fire, barbecue, blind judging, panel judging, master judging. They're studying it seriously, and they're trying to take it to another level. Preston had a chance, and he just stepped away from it. He had a chance to have a restaurant with his own name on it, at a new boutique hotel in the Dallas area, and for some reason the opportunity just didn't feel right to him at the moment. But it's going to happen. He's going to be one of those guys that you'll know him by one name, Preston.
We could spin off on a whole different conversation here, and I want to rein it in, but maybe for a different time. We talk about restaurants and chefs and stuff. From a upcoming World Food, is there anything else we should mention about Final Table, or any things you want to put a bow on before we look ahead to this year's World Food Championships?
I just really want to encourage the barbecue teams out there who haven't been in our platform, they haven't competed at WFC, that to visit, come see it, because we're giving teams, I think, a better chance to represent themselves and their talents on a dish than any other platform. And yeah, it may be a little uncomfortable to be competing against chefs and home cooks, but I promise you, you're gonna love this platform. And being able to tell a judge what they should be tasting from your dish versus trying to read the mind of what judges are going to like today, as far as a taste profile, it's a game changer. And I don't think anyone does it better than our platform.
Anything new coming up in Indy in October we should be looking out for?
Yeah, we got, us. We're always pushing the envelope. We have several new things coming up. One I'm not going to mention because we're still trying to get the trademarks around it. But we've got a game changer coming out this year in Indy, and everyone's going to hear about it, and everyone's going to want to be a part of it. But the other things that I can mention, and I'm not too concerned about someone stealing, not that that's ever happened in my platform. Um, we have we're really going to bring people's choice into the forefront of what we're doing. We're going to have a burger battle night. We're going to have a dessert smash night. We're going to bring back and improve the redemption round that we did. So when you get knocked out of the tournament, you've got Saturday to that storm coming through,
Wow. Yeah.
or maybe that was God saying, "Yeah, this is good stuff." uh, there comes the sound. Okay, God, I'll take it back.
Wow. Wow.
So yeah, we've got a lot of fun, interactive, community, consumer based things going on, and I give me about 30 days, and I'll tell you what I think that the real game changer is. We're gonna have a great tailgate zone. We're partnering for the first time with a pizza event, so we're going to finally include pizza in World Food Championships. We're studying it. We're looking at it from a consumer standpoint first, and then figuring out how do we back into it from a competitive, which is usually the other way
Yeah.
for most promoters. You figure out the competition first, and then you figure out the consumer stuff. So very excited about October in Indy, and working right now on the next final table. Had a conversation about it today with another city, and actually have another conversation going on with another country. Perhaps
Wow.
we have the first non-American final table in 2027. So we'll see. You know me, I'm always trying to push it and expand it. Can't really talk about it until we have the ink dry and the T's crossed and the I's dotted. But we're excited about this next year.
Looking at some other things that are going on for a number of years now, there's been the famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Challenge. I believe a couple of those events have actually come off already. Are we in for still a full load of what would be like towards the end of spring through the balance of summer docket for Famous Dave's?
Yeah, we just launched the fourth season of Famous Dave's All Star Barbecue Series, and it features some well known pit masters. But the other interesting aspect to it is we open it up to newcomers. The great thing about Dave Anderson is that he's been a competitive guy and barbecue guy for as long as you and I have known him, and has won as many awards as anyone. And he loves this series because we built into it a wild card program, which enables someone to create any kind of dish. I mean, it could be seafood, it could be grilled cheese, it could be an appetizer, it could be anything but a dessert. We finally decided we're not going to let desserts win it anymore, because when you have savory all day long and then you get a sweet dish, it's pretty
You win.
easy for the sweet dish to win.
Yep.
But very excited. We kicked off in Indianapolis, now the home of food sport, and we just finished in Rancho Cucamonga, California, and soon I'll be in El Paso, Texas,
Mm.
where I met my fiance because of the Famous Dave series. We'll be there to find some more barbecue teams that want to prove that they've got what it takes to have a dish on a Famous Dave's restaurant, and that's what we're looking for. We're giving people a chance to prove how good they are at ribs and chicken, but we're also asking them, show us what you got. Um, it's wide open. Put it on a silver platter, present it well, execute it well, and we'll judge it and see if it's going to be a menu item or at least a winner of the day. Those teams, there are three teams that come out of each one of those events. There's 8 events this year. They're going to wrap up in, I think, late May or early June, and we wanted to get it done earlier in the season to give the teams more time to prepare and get ready for the main event in October.
Mm.
So we'll have 3 teams per event that make their way into the World Food Championships, and then they'll have a chance at claiming one of the 5 seats that goes to the Ring of Fire. You and I haven't talked a whole lot about the Ring of Fire at the World Food Championships because you've been busy, I've been busy, but there's 5 teams that win through our barbecue vertical a chance to go to the finals, and then we invite 5 teams to go head to head with them. The winner of the Royal, the winner of the KCBS Invitational, the winner of the Championships Barbecue Alliance, the winner of Lynchburg. We have 5 teams that come, winner of Memphis in May. Those 5 winners come automatically to our finals in Indianapolis. And they're waiting to find out what the other 5 teams are who are going to come through our barbecue vertical. So it's a very unique program. It's more than the reciprocal strategy of where your champion at Lynchburg can compete at the Royal. We're putting them in the actual final at the Indianapolis. And this last year when we kicked it off, man, the barbecue finals were amazing. We had Brad Orson there. We had just so many good, talented cooks in that finals. You had no idea who's going to win that thing. And for Al Lino to win it, a guy that we discovered from the Famous Dave's program, was pretty amazing. But a very unique, very worthy, very fun programming element to our event.
Are you surprised that the Famous Dave event has made it to 4 years?
Yes and no. The good strategies stand the test of time. But in today's world, your marketing teams change almost annually for big companies, and for them to continue to see value in something that someone else started previous to them, that's always a little bit of a challenge. We're going into our maybe 16th year of doing work with Sam's Club and Walmart. And we launched a Walmart barbecue series, by the way. We're going through beta programming right now in Texas. I don't know if you know about that, but
no.
16 years we've been doing this stuff for Sam's Club and Walmart. And I've been through, I shouldn't say it that way. I've had at least 5 program directors at Sam's Club and Walmart, and to continue having programming that makes the cut year after year with the changes in leadership like that is pretty miraculous. So, we did the Sam's Club barbecue tour for 7 years. We did the Great American Barbecue Tour for KCBS for 10 years, and I think it lasted another 3 or 4 years after us. And now we're in our 4th year with Famous Dave's. So am I surprised? Not really, but yes, knowing how the industry works, it's so incumbent to think about it from a strategic perspective, but also a sustainable perspective. I know there's a lot of chatter going on now with this big barbecue World Cup thing that's going to happen in Vegas, and $1 million prize purse. And I'm like everybody else. I'm watching and interested, and I want to see how that works. I think a rising tide strategy is good for everyone. But the marketing guy of me in the back of my mind is constantly asking the question, okay, how is that sustainable? Can you pull together $1 million prize purse year in, year out, 5 years, 3 years, 10 years? We have the largest right now. We have the largest prize purse in any food competition, independent competition. I think even any TV competition. We've got about $450,000, depending on how you count in-kind stuff. It is hard, Greg. It's hard to pull together $500,000 prize purse year in and year out without major sponsors and provable results in your platform that makes them feel like they're getting ROI. So very curious to see what happens in Vegas, and then see if it's sustainable. Look at what happened with Smoke Slam, right? I mean, the word on the street was it'll continue forever because the guy's a billionaire. Well, guess what billionaires like to do? They like to make money.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you can't make money at a strategy, what do? You
I mean,
change
I don't know. I don't know nothing. I believe what you just said, and I had heard through many reputable sources that the money behind it is there and long, perhaps never ending, blah blah blah. I don't think it was really about that at all. I think Smokeslam wanted to come in and do some kind of hostile takeover of Memphis in May, and they lost. And they realized it was a bad look, and Memphis in May somehow got around it, or got away from it, or ignored it enough, whatever. And 2 years later, there's not a third year. So
Yeah, and I'm not casting stones either way. We did work with both Smoke Slam and Memphis in May, so we've seen both sides of that coin. But my point being, um, just because you've got endless amounts of cash or money, if you don't have a sustainable strategy, it
yeah,
really doesn't matter. Um, you've got to win for the right reasons, and I think ultimately Memphis was losing, right? Memphis was split
mm-hmm.
with those two events, and one of them had to prevail, because you just can't keep splitting the baby. And I'm happy for Kevin Grody and everyone at Memphis in May that they've been able to withstand that challenge, in a moment where most everyone thought they were on their heels and they weren't going to make it through. So kudos to them for the history and for the strategy that actually works
Mm.
long term.
You had mentioned it. I didn't know anything about it. What's this Walmart barbecue series thing you just dropped on us?
So Walmart is now experimenting with barbecue events on their parking lot. They've seen a lot of things going on in the industry, whether it's steak cook-offs or ribs or whatever. And I think they're trying to make a serious play in the quality of their beef. They've got their own premium beef through McLaren Farms that 44 Farms helped them create, and they were basically asked my opinion on what can we do to make everyone realize the quality of our beef, because not everyone thinks of Walmart first in Texas for beef. And I told them, well, you got to go to the sources, you got to go to the evangelists, and those are the very talented pitmasters that exist in Texas. And right now we're two beta events through a 4 event beta series that we're trying to prove to them that letting the pitmasters lead the way can pave the road for consumers to realize, oh yeah, this is fantastic beef. This is great. I can get what I need for a fantastic game day barbecue from Walmart.
Are they learning
So
that because the pitmasters are cooking the meat in a Walmart parking lot?
they're learning it because they're not only cooking it in the parking lot, but they're using 100% of their ingredients from the Walmart that we're doing it in.
Hmm.
So we had 1,500 consumers come through the parking lot Saturday. We had over 300 votes cast by consumers for their favorite barbecue dish, and we had 5 amazing pit masters. I think it was Jose Hernandez who's related to the Pitmaster Boys. He's been cooking with them for a while. He just branched out. We had Jackie Milligan there.
Hmm.
They all just were singing the praises of this McLaren beef. They used dino ribs and beef tenderloin to create people's choice samples, but then dino ribs to create a judge's sample. They had to do 2 different things. So we were able to prove that you could win best of show with this premium beef, and then you can also win the hearts and minds of consumers. And it was a huge success. We did one in Frisco, Texas, and Dallas, or in December, and then we did Houston, and we're going to do one in Austin, and we're going to do one probably in the Dallas region again. So we're working on those last two after the first two that we just did.
Is it more price competitive? Like, what's the win for me to want to go to Walmart instead of calling Mr. Brisket or going online to Pat LaFrida or somebody like that?
That's a great question, and I should probably kick that one to Pitmasters, because as you well know, I'm a marketing guy. I'm not a cook, but
good
I think
meat when you eat it, right?
I do know that. I do. Sticky fingers and all, right? So first of all, in my opinion, the real secret is the Pitmaster. You give any kind of cut, whether it's Snake River or McLaren Farms or Tyson, whatever it is, you give that to a very talented Pitmaster, talented cook, you're going to get some great food. So I think it becomes a choice. And if the choice is based on affordability, I kind of like Walmart's chances.
Yeah. I mean, I only ask because at this stage I had asked the question last month about to the embedded correspondents if they were, are you knowingly going away from beef because of where price points are right now? And 3 of the 4 of them said, I never even really thought about it until you just asked that question. And now as I'm evaluating it over the last 60 days, I have made decisions to not buy beef because of where the expense is. And, we've bought it in some other protein. We bought chicken thighs, or we bought pork tenderloin or something along these lines. So if it's a more cost advantageous beef buy, then, I'll throw my stereotypes of Walmart to the wind and go to the beef section and win at beef. And by the way, Walmart, you should be sponsoring my show because I'm giving you free praise. I'm telling you, I would go to a Walmart, and that's saying a lot.
I'll put in a good word for you.
Yeah.
I think you're absolutely right. No one has the buying power that Walmart does. So whenever they decide to get focused on a particular industry and make it a feature point, they're going to be someone you should take very seriously. And they've decided to get into the beef game. It doesn't mean that dino ribs from McLaren Farms are going to be the cheapest things for Greg Rempe or Mike McCloud to buy and cook up this weekend. But if you're looking for quality and you're a pitmaster, their brisket selection is probably going to be a little bit cheaper than what you'd find somewhere else. And if you've got the secret sauce and you got the technique to make it sing, why not save 5, 8, 10% on your ingredients?
Mike McCloud joining us here on the show. Another successful World Food Championships in the book, and we have a Famous Dave's now rolling, and we have this new beta Walmart thing that we were just learning about. Always dropping something new. That's why we love to have him on the show. Mike, always appreciate the time. Continued success, and we will talk sooner than later.
My pleasure. Thanks a lot, Greg.
You got it. Mike McCloud right there, and a pro's pro as always. And dropping a little breaking news right there, huh? The Walmart beta could turn into another Sam's Club down the road. They're in a parking lot. I feel like Walmart and Sam's Club have a similar feel. Are they owned by the same people? So, come on. This pans out. We could see a revival of what everybody has always been talking about. When are we going to get to Sam's Club? This could be it. We'll see if it pans out. All right, before we get to the wrap-up portion of the first hour, I talked to you quickly about our pals at Fireboard. They are the innovators behind the Fireboard 2, the Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, and the wireless Fireboard Pulse. Experience control, total control over all your devices from anywhere in the world. when you're using the Fireboard app. Discover more by visiting fireboard.com or use their phone number to ask questions and place orders. 816-945-2232. That's 816-945-2232. And we're back to wrap the first hour right after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
And we thank our pal Mike McCloud for joining us for an extended one-segment interview, basically taking two segments, which is fine. A lot to cover. It had been about 4 months. I think we were leading into World Food Championships last time he was on, or maybe we had just closed out. I believe we had just closed out of World Food Championships, probably a week or so away from it in 2025 was he was on. And if you recall, my middle daughter Maddie's boyfriend Steve, who is currently working on a construction project in Indy till the summertime, whenever, he stumbled across through and or mistakenly got around the 2025 World Food Championship. We had talked the next day. He said, hey, I'm going to buy the thing. There was all these barbecue cookers. I don't even know what was going on. I said, were you by the state fair thing? He said, yeah, I walked right through it. I said, Steve, it was the World Food Championships. You missed it. Maybe this year is the year that I will be at the World Food Championships 2026. And also, maybe in calendar year 2027, World Food Championship sends the private jet to BKL to take me down to final table. Hint, hint. Yeah. And by the way, Walmart, if you're listening, I do have a couple open sponsor spots, and I will take your money in lieu of promotion of beef. I like good beef, and I like it at a good price. In a vacuum, that could sound really weird. Not lying. Nobody isolate that. It'll make me sound really weird. WorldFoodChampionships.com is Mike's website if you are into doing it. Is anybody listening, watching tonight, participated in a World Food Championships since its launch in 2012, back in Vegas, no less, if you remember that? Quick update on the YouTube poll question of the week, a would you rather. Would you rather your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy? And it is a runaway. 93% of you are saying you would rather have your fingers always feel sticky, and I agree. There was one other email that I was looking for earlier. And maybe I'm just not going to get to it. That's fine. Former embedded correspondent from Tennessee, Steve Ray, sent me pictures of an item. Said, "Hey, maybe this guy's interested on interview or advertising on your show." I don't want to say anything yet until I touch base with him to see if it's true or not, and then we'll happily talk about it either way. Something I'd never heard of, something that seems all too gimmicky to this guy. But then Steve sent pictures of him using it, and I said, well, for as gimmicky as it appears, the finished product looks pretty good, so I better reserve judgment and or opinion levying before I talk about it. All right, let's go ahead and... wait. I got to go in here. Well, wouldn't you know it, Maddie watching the show tonight. She's not in the instant chat. But I just got a text message. Said, crazy shout out on the show tonight. Yeah, hey. You never know when you're organically going to make the show by name. You never know. All right, we are pointing to the second hour. Refresh your libations and get ready for a crazy embedded correspondence. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central show right here on the Barbecue Central Network. Stick around. We'll be right back.
is Rennie Knopf with Championship BBQ.TV, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.
Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rampey.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how you doing?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet for wiener.
Oh, listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. It is the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about the most important barbecue and grilling items of the day. Looky here, Mr. Sticky Fingers himself, Jeff Richards, weighing in. What's happening in Columbus, Ohio, my second favorite city? Of course.
Hit me.
Wondering if I'm going to do this now or not. Rusty Monson has just checked in on the Rusty, do we want to do a sound check right now? Do we want to do that? Give me a thumbs up. Yeah, all right. Rusty has had what I would call lackluster sound at best for the last number of Embedded Correspondence segments, but we will throw caution to the wind. There is a name that is going to show up underneath Rusty. It is not his name because I didn't know we were going to be doing this, but bear with me. Rusty, what's happening tonight?
How do I sound? Do I sound good?
Thin, but all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I decided to stick with what worked, the last time. So let's go with that.
What do we know about, I mean, really, what is a pretty expensive sound setup that you have otherwise? Where's the bug? Do I need to put you in contact with Haniel Trisna, Barbecue Central Show's official sound guy?
I don't know. It just randomly happened, and I thought it was my new computer, but it's not. I don't know what's the problem, and I've fixed all sorts of things, and I might have to talk to someone about it.
Did you check Channel 2? Because that was my problem with Marley that week. Channel 2 took a shit on me, but Channel 3 through 18 are fine.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's I've changed a bunch of things, and we're still having problems, but this one seems to work.
Yeah, works.
So,
is it a gamer headset?
Yeah. This is what I game with.
You play Call of Duty?
Nope. No, I play Overwatch, which is a cartoon version of that.
It's a cartoon version of Call of Duty?
Call of Duty. Yeah.
Isn't Call of Duty a cartoon?
Well, I mean, technically it's a cartoon. It's a more realistic cartoon, whereas Overwatch is a more cartoony cartoon of the same kind of concept. But
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun.
How many hours a week do you game?
Since I don't drink or do anything like that anymore, I would say about 7 or 8 hours a week, maybe more on the week.
So about an hour a day.
It's like my downtime. It's like come home and decompress.
Why not jog instead?
Oh, because gaming's funner.
Yeah.
I think. So, yeah, that's what I'm going with on that one.
All right, well, Rusty, you sound good, and we will check in with you in 10 minutes. It's Rusty Monson there from Salt City Barbecue. Rusty, by the way, could have a full complement of Embedded Correspondence, so stay around for that. Well, I know you'll stay around. You're already checked in, so certainly appreciate that. Still to come on the show this evening, of course, the aforementioned Barbecue Central Show's Embedded Correspondence. Kinger weighing in. Rempe's audio sounds weird. To me, it sounds delightful, my dulcet tones coming over the Sennheiser microphone. I am popping right where I want to be on my LED DAW, and within my $1,000 in-ear monitors, I sound great as well. So I'm not sure where my audio sounds weird, unless you were talking about Rusty's audio. But believe me, Rusty's audio sounds much better than it did before. So maybe that's what you were talking about. My audio sounds pristine, and I will not take any other comments saying otherwise. We say good evening to everybody watching the show tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we do have that YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. Would you rather your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy? And everybody's still saying they would rather feel sticky, except 7% of you. We'll see how the embedded correspondents feel about any of this. Oh, boy. My phone has locked me out. You know, I should never be texting. Oh, yeah, right. How do I remember to say that? All right, Maddie is levying a 100% assurity statement, and it is going to be this. Bear with me so I don't forget anything. All right. That's quite a number of surety statements here. Oh, unbold that. Unbold it. There we go. Still to come on the show? No. Coming up on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, episode 431. Believe it or not, taking you back to August 30th of 2022, which, as it relates to Best Moments shows that John typically puts together, this one is super new because it is approaching 4 years old. But this is the start of what appears to be a 4-part requested series. So you will hear over the course of a month, 4 weeks, a series that was put together by John, mostly with the segment that features Johnny Maggs and Mr. Jonathan, who is the Barbecue Central show's official cigar expert. You might recall back then they went head-to-head in a burger cook-off that we then broke down post-cook-off. Again, now almost about 4 years ago. However, in this particular portion that you will hear this coming Friday, you will hear me tease. So I'm within the Best Moment show. It is a Best Moment show, top of the second hour, where I tease a Best Moments show back then. Is that complicated enough? I tease an old take on the YMCA and what really goes on in the men's locker rooms. And if you've never heard it, you need. Wow. Oh. Gang, Stan the Man Cunningham just blew by the desk and crop dusted me like you wouldn't believe. Oh, my God. Stan! Oh, my. Like, I think I'm going to die. Stand by. Holy. Guys, I don't know what Vietnam was like, but I guarantee it wasn't worse than this. No offense to Vietnam vets. I mean, it is hanging around. It is kicking my ass. It is punching my face. I mean, I feel like he might have shit on the floor just out of sight It's not going away. It is, holy moly. Wow. All right, let's pull it together. In this portion, I give you the take on the why. And it is a great take by me, number one. And horrifyingly enough, it's all true, what I tell you. And let me tease you with these words to make sure that you listen. Naked man ass. Okay? If that doesn't hook you into going back and finding that old take to the YMCA, I don't know what else will. Then I reveal the Mo Kason animation. So that October 30th, 2022, August 30th, 2022, is when the Mo Kason animation came to be. I can't believe it's been almost 4 years since we were doing animations on the show. The Meathead, Doug contracted one about his complete disdain for hot dogs. The Mo Kason one, as I just mentioned. Oh, man. I had one done with Chad Ward with the bear hunter, bear trapper. I was just thinking about the bear trapper story when I was mowing the lawn over the weekend. I have come to the realization and formal decision that as it relates to singular stories on the show through the history of the show, there was no better story told than Chad Ward's Whiskey Bend Barbecue World Food Championships Bear Trapper story. That's something you should go back. In fact, John, I am tasking you now, after your month run of Mr. J and Johnny Mags. It's brutal in here. I can't get away. Get me the Chad Ward Bear Trapper segment. It might be the best segment of the show ever. Ever. All right, the embedded correspondents are lined up. So, you stick around, and we'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Somehow I've made it back. Can't breathe. I'm being annihilated in my own house. It is the fourth Tuesday of the month, and that can only mean a visit from the embedded correspondents as we pull up their sound. And look at this. It's a full complement of embedded correspondents here this evening. Wow. All right, let's go ahead and get this out of the way. Matt, you wrote me an email. You said that at least there was at least one other embedded correspondent that thought this whole bet thing was frivolous. It was for content, wasn't serious, blah, blah, blah. You being the other one. Does any embedded correspondent other than Matt want to raise their hand and corroborate Matt's statement to me that you thought it was just for the game. Rusty, of course. Mr. Positivity. All right. So if it's just for show, then like why not say something about it?
You asking me?
Yes. And I only asked that because then we had a subsequent interview with Sam, the cooking guy.
Correct.
And then there was a subsequent email following up on that was talking about some other kind of a payment. So I can't buy what you're telling me in that email because of all of the other things that happened, or at least it seems odd at best.
So after the second interview with Sam, I definitely went into it thinking, okay, we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about that. And then at the end of it, it's going to be like, don't worry about it. It's all good. It's just for show, etc. And so, yeah, I was slightly taken aback, but that's okay. Hey, man's word is man's bond, right? So we're settled up, we're paid, and now we're back here.
Here's what we know going forward, and this is a message to everybody that's sitting on this board. If we make bets, we're paying our fucking bets. Let it be known, let it be written, let it be said, and we have a surety questions. However, before we do that, we do have a YouTube poll question of the week that I'm going to get to. Doug, you are not in Texas. Where are you? Or are you in a hotel in Texas?
Hotel. And no, wife hasn't kicked me out yet, but I'm in Fargo, North Dakota at Shields University.
All right. So same barbecue luminaries as there usually are at a Shields event. Susie Bullock there.
Yeah. She will be here. Megan will be here from a female standpoint. Yeah. And there's Meet Mitch and Luke and Fergie and Jeff and Bill Purvis and Fred Robles and Dave Buska.
Buska. Dave Buska. Fucking Doug. You and
Buska,
your words.
Buska. Yeah.
I don't know.
Whatever.
Buska,
Ring the bell.
You ask
Ring
him.
the bell for me.
You ask him if it's Buska or Baska and see if you don't walk out with a black guy. All right, we have
answers to Butcher.
Would you rather YouTube poll question of the week, Doug? We'll start with you. Would you rather your fingers always feel sticky or your throat always feel itchy?
Finger sticky.
That's all right. John, sticky fingers or itchy throat?
Sticky fingers.
Yes. All right. Can you pop down a little bit? John, you're pretty hot there tonight for some reason. Rusty, sticky fingers or itchy throat?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Sticky fingers, I guess.
Fingers. Matt, sticky fingers or itchy throat?
Give me the sticky fingers all day.
Yes, all right. I also said sticky fingers, so we're starting out unanimous. Wow. 94% of the YouTube voting public also agreeing with all of us and Mike McCloud in the first hour. Sticky fingers is the way to go. All right, let's go ahead and load in the 100% assurity statements, and we are off and running. As always, we'll start with Doug with each and every question and then go around in successive fashion. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Again, a month later, you are 100% comfortable with the Barbecue World Cup.
I will agree with no. 100% no, just like last month.
All right. John, 100% comfortable with the Barbecue World Cup.
Just like last month? No, I'm not.
Can you go down even more, John? Can we do a little quick sound check thing with you?
I can. How low would you like me to go?
Can you go down about 3 or 4 decibels?
That would be about right there.
All right. I love it. Sounds really good. Don't talk any less loud. Talk your normal volume. And then, yes, okay. Rusty, you are 100% comfortable with the Barbecue World Cup.
Yes.
Yes. All right. Rusty's still a yes. Matt, you are 100% comfortable with the Barbecue World Cup.
Yeah, man. Why not? Let's bring it on. I mean,
all right. I'm going to align with Doug and John still. We are still sans judging method. We are still sans final location. 2 really big things. I heard also last within the last couple weeks. Let me preface this by saying reportedly, allegedly, because I don't want to get sued, and I'm trying to set up a follow-up interview with Scott Erdman. I've heard the money is in question. Now, he said on my show, investors have already ponied up. I have no reason to not believe it, but who I heard this from is a highly trusted confidant to me. So it allowed me to question it at least. But I have reached out to Scott. He has reached back out to me to try and set up a update interview here. So we'll see how that goes. So everybody's standing firm where they were a month ago. All right, Doug, back to you. 100% yes or 100% no. You care that Darren Worth dropped off the board of competition experts of the Barbecue World Cup.
100% MFing yes.
Yes, all right. John, you care that Darren Worth dropped off?
100% no.
Rusty, you care that Darren Worth dropped off the competition steering board of the World Cup?
Yeah, that's huge.
All right. Matt, you care that Darren Worth has dropped off the board?
100% no. I don't think it matters. If Luke dropped off, maybe, but I don't think it matters that much.
All right, we'll circle back to that. I am going to say, I mean, I don't care, but I think it matters. So I will care on that. Let me loop back to you, Matt. You said something interesting. You care more about Luke Darnell than Darren Worth?
As far as for this competition, yes. And this is no offense to Luke, but, Darren is actively running restaurants from afar, but that I feel like his schedule and Darren and all the conversations I've had with him is kind of a no-nonsense guy, if you will. Like either it works or it doesn't. And so if he sees there being chaos and unsurety and et cetera, then I'm not surprised with him saying, I'll see you there to compete, and that's about it.
All right. 100% yes or 100% no? Doug! You believe there will be a judging method and a formal location set for the Barbecue World Cup by the end of July.
No.
It's getting a little worried there. John, you believe there will be judging and location end of July?
No, there will not be. There will not be a Barbecue World Cup. It's over.
We're going on. All right, hold on. Hold on.
Question.
Hold on.
Exclusive news update.
Greg Rempe reporting for the Breaking News Desk here in Cleveland, Ohio, the city that breaks the most live-fire breaking news across the country, nay, the globe. John Solberg in Michigan filing this report.
It's not going to happen. We're wasting all everybody's time here. It's like, what the fuck are y'all thinking about this? Like, oh, it's going to happen. Oh, it's going to happen. Oh, go rub your fucking balls. It's not going to happen.
You don't think this is going to happen at all?
Never going to fucking happen.
Never happen.
The money's in question. They don't have a venue. They don't have a judging method. Everybody's like, oh, Darren Worth dropped out. Everybody's going to drop out because there's not going to be this thing. It's not going to exist.
April 28th. 2026. John, make a best of this show where you call the pre-demise of the Barbecue World Cup's final event. And there have been qualifying events that have been taking place all through 2026. And we're just saying that that's great. Winners are getting chosen. Tickets are being doled out. All for naught. We're not going to see anything in 2020. Much like you will not see calendar year 2026 diesel engines in calendar year 2027, we will not see a final event for Barbecue World Cup.
I'm standing on that. Yep.
All right.
I'm going down with that.
We are standing on that business. All right.
Just like that. Yeah.
Let's go ahead and go quickly around the dais with everybody else. Doug, you believe, John, that this final will never materialize, yes or no? Wait, let me re-ask. You believe, you agree with John
Yeah, I said no, and John said no. So yeah, I just didn't say that it was not going to happen.
Okay, all right.
Are we going around the table on the other question? No.
So you believe the final event will not happen?
Yeah, I believe it will happen in some
okay.
form or shape. Yes,
Rusty,
yes. So I
you
don't go
believe
all
the
way to
2027 final event is not going to happen?
I do not believe that. I believe that it will, and I think it'll be pulled together fast. It'll be fine.
Fast. Matt, you believe that the 2027 final event will not happen?
I believe it will happen at least once.
All right. I'm going to agree that it will happen as well. But I am. That could change in 30 days, of course. Because you know we're going to ask. All right, let's go back to Doug. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You knew the World Food Championships final table happened a week ago.
No, I did not. No.
Wow.
I was wondering why Mike McCloud was on.
John, you knew World Food Championships took place a week ago.
I did not know.
Nope. Rusty, you knew?
I had no clue.
Wow. Matt, you knew.
All right, I'll break it. Yes, I did know.
Yes. All right. Also, I did know as well, but I also knew back in October that there was going to be World Food Championships final table. 100% yes or 100% no? Don't. You are aware of the brand Spider Grills?
I am.
Yes.
Absolutely.
John, Spider Grills?
Yes.
Yes. Rusty, Spider Grills?
No.
No. Matt, Spider Grills?
Yeah, for a week now.
Prior to last week?
I may have seen it if it was the company. Do they also make the pellet attachment for a kettle? Is that them as well?
No,
okay.
It's not a pellet
Viper.
attachment. It's not a pellet attachment. It's like a fan control.
Temperature control. Yeah,
Okay.
temperature control Viper.
I think a while back it may have,
Yes.
but
All right.
yeah.
I'll take yes for that. I have, ever since they came out, been following Spider Grills. 100% yes or 100% no? No. Doug, I'm going to skip you this time. I'll start with John.
Dear.
Only this time. John,
Oh, good,
100%
good. Yeah,
yes
let
or
John have the
100% no. You knew Traeger released a new flat top today.
Yes.
Yes.
I knew.
All right. Rusty, you knew Traeger released a new flat top today.
I did not.
Oh. Matt, you knew?
No, I did
You
not.
knew. No. I did not know today till I talked to Doug sound checking in his hotel room a couple hours ago. Doug, you knew that Traeger released a new flat top today.
I happen to know that information. Yes.
All right. Let me go to you, Doug. I'm minting you to speak on behalf of Traeger in your contractor sense here. Where was
Which I
all the
represent.
traditional Traeger hood hype on social media? Did I miss it? Are they not
Well, they
spending that money
released it.
anymore?
Well, they released it. Unlike the Westwood that was being sold at the time of release, this one will not be available till June.
Yeah, but usually they don't ever seem to miss a marketing moment. Like, hey, friends, be ready for
Yeah,
a
yeah.
really cool new thing. Mark your calendar in June when I put my
Well, I think-
putting it together video together.
I'm only speaking for myself, and I do not represent Traeger, but I think the fact that it not available today, but it's available next month may have thwarted things a little bit. But
yeah,
the Westwood launch I think went much better than the Woodbridge one.
You have the new flat top?
I don't have the new flat top, but I have the Westwood that came out. I have the
You like
Westwood XL. It's a good machine.
Yep.
Yeah,
How
I
much
like
is
it. I
it?
love the controller.
Much?
How much is it?
Yeah.
$9.99, I think it is.
Not too bad. All right, let's go back to Doug. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you have purchased the new Jack Arnold rub.
No.
No. As he says laughingly. No. John?
It was considered, but no.
Oh. You considered it. I'm shocked you even considered
That's almost.
That's
I'm
a
going to
win.
put a yes on that.
You know what?
That's a win. I'm putting yes.
yes.
I'm putting
you considered
yes.
it. I'm saying that's
Even
a win for
considering it.
Jack. Yeah, I agree. Rusty, you have purchased the new Jack Arnold rub.
I have not.
No. Matt?
I have not.
No. I did not purchase it, but I was gifted a bottle and have used it vigorously over the last handful of days.
Is it any good?
It's just aight for me.
Aight.
There's I think the black garlic in lieu of black pepper is not in my flavor profile wheelhouse necessarily. You had sent me a bottle, Matt, of that umami, right? Is that right?
Yep.
So it's giving, as the kids say, it's giving umami rub that you sent me, or omami, whatever the fuck it was called. But that was good. Like the one you sent me was good. And I used it like up, and it was great. This one smells a little bit like that, but it is not as savory or umami-y. The smell was leading me to believe it was gonna take me somewhere, and to me, it fell a little flat. But I also have the need for a more robust flavor profile. Anyway, yeah,
I'll send you some more of that. And he also came out with a moo mommy, same but moo
Strictly
mommy,
for beef,
same but
yes.
different. But there.
100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you know who Jack Arnold is.
Oh, yes, of
Yes,
course.
all right. John, you know who Jack Arnold is?
Yes.
The guy I'm betting on the most, Rusty, you know who Jack Arnold is?
I do.
Oh, you do?
I
Right.
do.
Matt, you know who Jack Arnold is?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Keeping in the Jack Arnold sphere of questioning, Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You will attend a Jack Arnold barbecue event in 2026.
No.
No. You gave it a little thought. John, you're going to be attending a Jack Arnold barbecue event this year.
Yeah, right after I get done at the Barbecue World Cup.
Okay. Rusty, you're going to be attending a Jack Arnold barbecue event this year.
I thought John and I were going together. This is awkward. I guess not.
Were you one of those guys that bought 2 tickets in advance and is sending him one anonymously? See you at Jack Arnold's party, signed anonymous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wish I could just edit the mail now.
Yeah.
It's all right.
Well, John, be on the lookout. Matt, you're going to be going to a Jack Arnold barbecue event in 2026.
Not unless he comes through and I'm your +1.
Boy. Oh. Sorry. That was terrible. Am I going to go to a Jack Arnold barbecue event 2026? Feels like a no to me, but I can only answer as we sit here at the end of April. All right. Hang back here just for a moment, guys, while I do a piece of McAuliffe business. Then we'll come back and finish the questions. But we got some really good nonsensical questions coming up here in just a bit. Before we get to those, are you ready for a cigar experience built on history and passion? Let me tell you about McAuliffe Cigars. Partnership forged between Texas passion and Cuban cigar-making dynasty, whose heritage spans back to the 1930s. Whether you seek the nuanced elegance of Migdalia or the complex power of the Leyenda, McAuliffe offers a symphony of flavor for every palate. And don't forget about their ever-expanding color series, an unmatched smoking experience coupled with an unmatched value. Each cigar handcrafted in Esteli, Nicaragua by the legendary Gomez Sanchez family. McAuliffe delivers tradition and quality in every draw. Taste the tradition. Visit McAuliffeCigar.com to find a retailer nearest you. McAuliffe spelled MICALLEF. Cigars.com. We're back with the Embedded Correspondents right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Whole packers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Craig Rimpey.
And we welcome you back. A full complement of embedded correspondents joining me here. Doug Scheiding just to the right of me in Fargo, North Dakota. And to the right of Doug is John Solberg from Michigan. And just below me is Rusty Monson from the great city of Utah. And Matt Osmond from Tennessee joining us once again. So we are back at it. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. You know what the poultry is.
If it ain't a bird, no.
John, you know what the poultry is.
No.
Rusty, you know what the poultry is.
I don't, but can we talk about Matt's beard? It got really big, didn't it? It looks like he changed ethnicities and or plays guitar for Soundgarden. I don't know.
Look, I mean, I'm not taking a run at you, Matt, but I look at that beard and I see a man that spends an inordinate amount of time manicuring that beard.
It's probably less than you think. It's about over under 5.5 minutes with a beard iron. And
that's about 5 minutes too long, I think.
Well, how long does it take to shave? It's about the same.
30 seconds. What are you talking about? I got electric clippers. Boom, 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 boom. I'm done. 30 seconds.
No. I'm against the grain. Old-fashioned double-edged razor, pulling the skin. Like, I am all the way.
Where are you shaving with a razor?
Well, okay, no. Sorry. And
you
front of
missed.
the mirror. What? A lot.
Yeah. Wow.
Listen, Doug can take a picture hopefully in less than a month. I am very likely going to have the handlebars for my birthday coming up.
Roly fingers.
All this will be gone, and it'll be just the stash, baby.
You better keep it for next May's or this coming May's embedded correspondent series.
Okay.
The handlebar mustache, absolutely. Or you go right back on the banned list if you show up without Raleigh fingers. So there you go. 100% yes or 100% no. Oh, by the way, I did not know what the poultry was either, so it's unanimous. It was just, I was just learned about it a handful of days ago. Sorry, 100% yes or 100% no. Don't. You knew the American Royal is moving locations this year to their new American Royal-owned facility.
I had heard about it, but did I know it for sure? No.
John, you knew American Royal was moving to their own facility this year.
I did not know.
Rusty, you knew the American Royal moved to their own owned place.
No, but that's cool as hell. Look that up.
Matt, you knew the American Royal is going to be held at their own American Royal owned place.
I did, as well as some of the controversy, the dates moved, and the fact that I believe that's a World Cup qualifier as well, if I'm not mistaken.
The American Royal is?
I believe so, yes.
Oh, no shocker there.
It should be.
I did know that the American Royal was moving locations. Somehow I got backdoor channel communications on that, even though I guess I'm still not allowed to talk about Hall of Fame anymore, which is a travesty. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug! Prime beef. Better than Wagyu beef.
No.
John, prime greater than Wagyu.
Man, this is a good question. Yep. I'm going to go, yes, prime is better. I'm going to go, yes, it is.
All right. Rusty, prime better than Wagyu.
I'm going to say no on that one.
Matt, prime better than Wagyu?
Looks like John and I know where we're eating. Yeah, I'm going to say yes.
All right. I'm going to align with John and Matt after further review. Prime better than Wagyu to me. That could be a good YouTube poll question of the week. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you would rather eat Arby's brisket sando over their pulled pork sando?
I'm going to say no. I'll take my chances.
They are advertising both. currently, at least on
Okay.
Cleveland television. They are advertising both the chopped brisket and pulled pork sandos. John, you would rather eat Arby's brisket than pulled pork?
I'm gonna go no until I try it.
So, Rusty, you'd rather eat the Arby's brisket than their pulled pork sando?
God, why do you make me choose between Arby's foods? No.
No. Matt, you would rather have the brisket sando over the pulled pork sando?
And neither is not an option.
Neither is not an option.
I had both last year. They're both trash. Give me the pork over the brisket all day.
Okay. I would rather have the brisket sandwich. Yes. Absolutely. 100%. I know what bad brisket. Remember, Arby's fools you with the thin layer of mayo on that brisket sandwich to enhance whatever beef flavor there is. I don't think they're pulling off the same kind of meat magic on their pulled pork. I mean, the bottom line is my pulled pork is just so much better than anything commercially driven that I will not eat pulled pork at any potentially even bordering on fast food restaurant at all. So,
but would you even put Kewpie mayo on shoe leather? Because that's about what you're going to have. With
yeah,
the brisket.
well, I mean, I have had the Arby's brisket sandwich a couple different times, and it has been okay. Not the. What did we have the last time?
cubes.
What did you eat?
Yeah,
Burnt ends. The burnt ends.
Yeah,
were terrible.
burnt ends.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. No, brisket sandwich. I've had a couple different times, and it has been okay. But just my experience here in Willoughby. 100% yes or 100% no. Don't. You listened and or watched my interview on the Barbecue Therapy podcast.
No, I did not.
No,
Not yet.
fucker. John?
I considered it, but I did not.
Saving it for the retirement home. Rusty, you listened or watched my interview on the Barbecue Therapy podcast.
I did, and it was completely accidental. I just turned it on, and I'm like, fuck it. I'll listen to it.
Well, then that doesn't count. You didn't even do it on purpose.
That counts.
Damn it.
That's a yes.
All right. Matt, you listened to my interview on Barbecue Therapy.
Started, not finished. But yes.
That is a no. You have to listen to it all the way through for it to count, but I appreciate the effort. Did you stop because it was boring?
No, I got out of the truck and hadn't played it back. This was a couple days ago.
100% yes or 100% no. Doug, sponsors dropping off this show is a reflection of the business of barbecue and not that the show sucks.
Absolutely about the business. Yes.
John, don't spare my feelings.
Yes, about the business.
Rusty, business or suck?
Definitely about the business.
Business. All right. Matt, business or suck?
I appreciate that reimbursement. It is about the business, not the suck.
Business. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you watch the 1980s and the 1990s nostalgia reels on social media.
No, I do not. No.
John, 80s and 90s nostalgia reels on social media.
I don't think I even know they exist, so no.
Well, your phone's
Agreed.
listening. You'll see them the next time you fire it up. Rusty, 80s and 90s nostalgia reels.
I'm with John. I didn't know they existed. Although I
Matt,
probably watched them.
80s and 90s nostalgia reels?
Is that like the commercials or intros to show?
No, these are what appear to be AI generated going through an 80s home, or Christmas used to be like this, or this is what we used to do in the 80s. No. I am, and I'm telling you what, I'm fully invested, knee deep, neck deep, drowning in nostalgia from the 80s and 90s videos. I go onto all accounts. I push through all of them. I come to find that perhaps there's only one guy who's got 50 of these fucking accounts because they're really kind of the same videos. I can't get enough. I don't know why. I don't necessarily recall liking the 80s that much, at least what I remember, because I was kind of young through most of that. And then the 90s, were fine, but I don't think I had ever longed for nostalgia until I see these videos, and then I can't get enough. You'll see. when they start populating your feed because your phones are listening. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, Pearl Jam is better than Soundgarden.
No.
John, PJ, better than SG.
Yes.
Already split. Rusty, Pearl Jam, better than Soundgarden.
Yeah, because Soundgarden sucks.
Oh, fighting words. Matt, Pearl Jam, better than Soundgarden.
This is tough for me because a high school bus experience plays a special memory to Soundgarden in my head. I'm actually going to say Pearl Jam is better, yes.
So right now, I'm going to say that Soundgarden is better than Pearl Jam. Lead singer is, I don't know, twice, 10 times the singer
worst.
that Eddie Vedder is. I mean, give me a break.
That
Not even close.
motherfucker wrote Spoon Man. Who the fuck writes Spoon Man? That is the stupidest song.
Rusty, come together with my hand. Change me.
Yeah,
I'm together with your plan.
Oh, God damn it.
I can't believe you're so negative.
On Black Days.
Man, I mean, Rusty Cage, Black Hole Sun, you name it. Cochise. The list goes on.
Fell on Black Days is my favorite.
Say hello to heaven. 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, wait. I'm sorry. I got to back out of this. Matt, explain in detail the bus memory. Oh, my God. All right. And Matt is now banned from the show again. Great. I asked for it. You're right. That's my fault. I am banned from the show. What song is playing? Let's just complete the memory. What song is playing?
All right, let's go.
No way.
I probably couldn't tell you.
Say hello to heaven.
It was back in the day with the CD players, and you had to keep it level, and you could split the earphones. At anybody who's been on a bus knows that there's 3 seats in the very last seat of a bus. And 2, me and one other girl occupied that for a while, and then Strawberry Fingers happened. So,
oh, okay, we're going there. Great, but you don't remember the song? That's all I'm looking for. Is
at that time, I was a little bit more focused on something else.
Great detail. All right. Yes, accosting a unknowing young female. Oh, we're sorry. We're sorry.
Unfocused mind.
Sorry.
Yeah, there you go.
100% yes or 100% no, as I'm going to get kicked off the internet somehow. Doug, Ice Cube is better than LL Cool J.
I'm going to say no on that.
No. By the way, Ice Cube has made it through 3 months of winning here. So just a point of note here as we get through the voting. John, Ice Cube better than LL Cool J.
I'm going with yes.
Yes, so.
Yes.
Rusty, Ice Cube better than LL Cool J.
Yes, Ice Cube is the absolute GOAT.
Okay. And Matt, Ice Cube better than LL Cool J.
Yes.
Reluctantly. This is hard for me. Triple hard, because I don't know if there's a bigger fan of Ice Cube than me, although it appears to be Rusty at this point. I'm going no. LL Cool J is better than Ice Cube. I mean, longer, more influential. I mean, I understand what Ice Cube did and what the NWA represents, and now him busting out of that band represented him giving with the Bomb Squad. I mean, like, I get all of that. It pales to what LL Cool J has accomplished. A few actually have the career
ladies
that
love
LL Cool J. Yes, absolutely. Plus the acting and the fact that he's muscular, that in the likes I only wish I was muscular. 100% yes or 100% no. Last one. Okay, I tried to blow over the top of that error. So, last one, 100% yes or 100% no. Doug, you have seen the new Michael Jackson movie.
No, I have not.
John, you've seen the new Michael Jackson movie. What?
No.
And that's a no for me.
No.
I've not seen it.
Rusty's probably seen it 10 times. Rusty, you have seen the new Michael Jackson movie?
Not yet, but I want to. I love Michael Jackson.
Shocked. I figured you would definitely be. You're the movie guy. Matt, you've seen the new Michael Jackson movie?
I have not. No, sir.
No?
100%
Right.
no.
It's unanimous. I have not, nor will I ever see the Michael Jackson movie, not even by rent, not even by accident. Although it appears that at least 2/3 of my daughters have and liked the Michael Jackson movie, although some find controversy in it. Those two specifically thought it was really good. Evidently, the ending is supposed to be somewhat controversial. Rusty, I don't know if you've heard the rumblings amongst your movie-going friends about the ending. I have no idea what the ending is, but I've heard mixed reviews about that. All right, we still have time for promotion here. Doug, what are we promoting besides the Shields event?
I would like to give a shout out to Lynn and Jeff of the Baseball and Barbecue podcast.
Yes,
they
your
got
co-host.
invited to speak at the Baseball Hall of Fame at the end of next month, so that will be going on in next month.
Now,
which is
I
really,
don't want
really
to. I don't want to sound like I'm diminishing this, but I believe it's the New York
dear.
State Barbecue Hall of Fame or Baseball Hall of Fame, not the Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, okay. Huh.
You might want to. You can double check, and if
No,
I'm
I think it's the
wrong-
Baseball Hall of Fame. Yes. Well,
Do
this sounds like a bet.
we want to
Oh,
bet?
shit.
Ooh,
I thought we were
careful.
betting.
Do we?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what happens if you square? If you don't pay a bet, there, Greg? Do we shut you down?
Yeah.
Who takes over the show?
Yeah. What
Yeah.
the hell?
Well, I mean, I'm gonna pay, so we will have a show.
Marley can take it over.
Yeah.
but-
Well, Maddie has hosted. So
I
she can
got
pay.
$100 on it.
Yeah.
I'll put $100 on it.
All right, we're on for 100.
Baseball.
We're on for 100.
I say Baseball Hall of Fame in
I
Cooperstown.
say
And
the
you're saying
New York,
New York State.
State Baseball Hall of Fame. I mean,
Okay, we're shaking.
we
on
are
this,
locked
right?
in. We are. Hold on a second here. Let me see if I can find this real quick. We are locked in.
$100.
Wait,
Benji.
Shh. We are locked in. That's the lock-in sound done.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, okay.
I got
Oh, forgot that. Now, just to talk some sense into you, Doug.
Yes.
Do you believe that Cooperstown is going to have those two maniacs show up and talk? Or New York State Baseball Hall of Fame is going to have Len and Jeff talk? Like, what makes
I
more
believe
sense?
it is
I
the-
believe I'm coming into $100, number one. Like, that makes sense?
I
that
believe
Cooperstown
I'm coming into
is having Len and
$100.
Jeff.
Yes. Yes, they are. Yes. Yeah. If you believe it's New York, yeah, you are wrong.
All right, I'm going to need somebody to, John or Doug, get on your blower and text Len immediately because I want
I will text him right
resolution to this before the show
I'm
ends tonight.
surprised.
Believe
I'm
me.
surprised they're not listening to it.
Yeah,
now.
usually
Yes.
Jeff is in the chat room, but I don't see him
Usually they
here
are.
tonight.
Yes.
All right, John, take as much time as you need promoting whatever it is so I can get my $100 here before the end of the show. And Doug, I do take Venmo, by the way. Go ahead, John.
I hate to be the spoiler of the Michael Jackson thing, but
Yes.
in the end he dies. Just saying.
What? No wonder
I don't
people
wanna-
find it so
No.
controversial.
I'm
Let people think
telling
he's
ya,
still
like-
alive.
Yeah, well, it's like, how can it be that?
Wow.
I'm what is that? I'm vamping here, aren't I? Jeez, I'm not a
Well,
good
what
vamper.
are we promoting?
We are promoting the best moments of the Barbecue Central
Yep.
show in 10 minutes or less. And our friend Braden, as you mentioned, asked for a series, and you're going to get a 4-part series of hopefully some goodness from.
Did
one
it
single 1 hour
sound
show.
incredibly awkward for me as I was promoting it at the top of the hour to say I'm promoting the best of, where what you're going to hear is me promoting an additional best of?
It sounded exactly how I was hoping it would sound. Right? Because it's like as I'm doing it, I'm tearing a hole in the universe.
Yes.
Right? Like I'm creating an infinity mirror of the best moments of you promoting a best moments.
Yes. As I was talking it through my head, I got caught in my thought of how I'm actually talking around it, and then I burned right through it. Crazy.
I tore a hole in the universe.
Yes.
And hopefully it sets a good tone to the fun, the absolutely fun and frivolity of the following 3 shows in the series which actually I just had a lot of fun making.
The time-space continuum is ruined forever.
That's right.
Doc
But a
Brown
best
is
of-
rolling in his grave.
Think about it. We did a best of you promoting a best of. It's
crazy.
Like the show's been around long enough to do that, and I think it's gonna resonate.
Yes. All right, Rusty, what are we promoting tonight?
You know, you can come down to Salt City Barbecue in Salt Lake if you have enough flyer miles.
Anything else? Any big events? Any going to any concerts or anything?
No, but I will say I remember where I was when Michael Jackson died. I remember the exact spot I was. I was
You
very
do?
sad. Yeah, I was
Where were
moving
you?
my sister into her new
You
house.
weren't in the back of a bus, were you?
No. So, no. But
Tough
yeah,
crowd.
that was a really
You don't get
sad
the call
day.
back?
Michael Jackson. No, we got it, but it was just it felt really like
Strawberry Jam doesn't want any of that.
Oh, we got it. Doug's got breaking news.
Doug's on mute here. Hold on. Doug, stand by here.
A Barbecue
Hold on,
Central
hold
Show exclusive news update.
All right, Greg Rempe from the Breaking News Desk here in Cleveland, Ohio, the city that breaks the most live-fire breaking news across the country. Nay, the globe, and we're going to Fargo, North Dakota, where I believe Doug has one of the co-hosts online who is about ready to say who is going to win this $100. Go ahead, Doug.
Yes. So, Mr. Jeff, are you going to the New York or the Cooperstown Hall of Fame at the end of May?
Going to the Cooperstown National Baseball Hall of Fame.
Oh, crap.
Wow.
Hey, Doug,
glad I had
tell
the
Jeff
confidence
he's
in
never coming on the show again. How about that?
Yeah. What are you speaking about, Jeff?
We are speaking about how to produce an independent baseball podcast and barbecue, but since it's the Baseball Hall of Fame, we're going to focus on baseball.
Wow. All right. Well, look,
Thank
I'm going
you,
to
Jeff.
own it. I'm wrong. 100% wrong. I can't believe it. I can't
I
believe
won
it.
$100.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
Doug, do you take Venmo?
All right. Thanks. Yes, I do take Venmo.
All
Thank you. All right.
Yes.
Thanks for. Sorry to wake you up.
So,
Bye-bye.
Venmo, you woke him up?
You said
yeah, hell yeah, I called him.
Wow. Well, I didn't mean like disturb his recovery sleep.
You said get him on the line. They didn't respond. to
Yeah,
text,
but I
and
mean,
just
I
called
figure
one.
you don't pick it up. I mean, we can try again tomorrow.
Come on. It's
Wow.
better. It's better for the show. It's more
Yeah.
suspenseful.
All right. Well, good. I'm glad you got that live breaking report. I'm also happy to contribute to the Doug Scheiding money fund.
That's fantastic.
Wonderful. Yeah, great.
Hopefully,
Matt,
it'll be paid by midnight.
Yeah, Matt, what are we promoting tonight?
We are promoting Doug buying me a round of drinks at Memphis in May when we finally see each other. Care of you, Greg. I appreciate that. But I will be there with a Team Water Dog competing in shoulder at Memphis in May 2026.
All right. Doug Scheiding is sitting next to me from Texas and $100 richer, and John Solberg is right next to him from Michigan, the executive producer of the Best Moments of Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Rusty Monson of Salt City Barbecue is right below me from the great city of Utah, and Matt Osman from Tennessee is just below Doug. Gents, appreciate you all rolling in here this evening. Another successful 100% Assurity Day and Embedded Correspondents, and we will see you in May. There they go. Wow. All right. Well, that gets us right to where we want to go for an end time. And let's go ahead and get out of here all the way back in the first hour. It was an extended segment with a Mike McCloud talking about World Food Championships, talking about the new season of Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Challenge Series, and the Walmart parking lot beta series that's going on in Texas. I didn't know. Embedded Correspondents in the second hour, replete with a re-show of Matt Osman, all paid up on the Sam the Cooking Guy bet. Big show planned for you next week. We got a Sam the Cooking Guy sighting. We have a Malcolm Reed sighting, amongst others. I'm going to go pay my debt to Doug Scheiding right now. But before I do that, how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shalom! Shalom!
What's up? This is JM, host of the Celebrity Grill podcast on iTunes, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Network. All barbecue and grilling, all the time.